Hello friends, my name is Looper and welcome to my channel Looping with Looper. So in this video I'm going to tell you that history of William Shakespeare. So before starting the video I would like to tell you what are the points that we are going to cover in this video. The first point is general information about William Shakespeare. The second point is information about Shakespeare and his family. And the third point is information about William Shakespeare's sonnets. So, starting with the first topic, general information about William Shakespeare. So, William Shakespeare was an English playwright, actor of Renaissance era. He was most important member of the King's Men Company of theatrical players from roughly 1594 onwards. Known throughout the world, Shakespeare's writing capture the range of human emotion and conflict and have been celebrated for more than 400 years, and yet the personal life of William Shakespeare is somewhat mystery. There are two primary sources what provides historian with an outline of his life. One is his work, the plays, poems, and the sonnets, and the other is official documentation such as church and court records. However, these provide only brief sketches of specific events in his life and yield little insight into the man's life. No birth record exists, but an old church records indicates that William Shakespeare was baptized at Holy Trinity Church in Stamford upon Avon on April 26, 1564. From this, it is believed that he was born on or near April 23rd, 1564, and this is the date scholars acknowledged as Shakespeare's birthday. So let us move to our second topic, which is information about family of William Shakespeare. Shakespeare was the third child of John Shakespeare, a leather merchant, and Mary Arden, a local landed heiress. Shakespeare had two older sisters, Joan and Judith, and the third younger brother, Gilbert, and three younger brothers, Gilbert, Richard, and Edmund. Before Shakespeare's birth, his father became a successful merchant and held official positions as alderman and bailiff, an office resembling a mayor. However, records indicate John's fortune declined sometime in the late 1570s. Scant records exist that Shakespeare's childhood and virtually none regarding his education. Wife and children. Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway on November 28, 1582, in the Worcester in Canterbury, Province. Hathaway was from Shorty, a small village a mile west of Stratford. Shakespeare was 18 and Annie was 26, as it turns out pregnant. Their first child, a daughter they named Susanna, was born on May 26, 1583. 2 years later, on February 2, 1585, twins Hamnet and Judith were born. Hamnet later died of unknown causes at age 11. Now let us move to our third topic, which is sonnets of Shakespeare. Shakespeare have created 154 sonnets. Out of some of the famous sonnets are Sonnet 27, Sonnet 18, Sonnet 116, Sonnet 104, Sonnet 130, Sonnet 129, and Sonnet 65. Now let us move to our last section, which is facts about William Shakespeare. The first fact is Shakespeare's will was slightly strange. The only thing Shakespeare left to his wife was the second best bed in the house. His will reads, I give my wife my second bed with the furniture. The furniture refers to the linen for the bed. The second fact is one of the Shakespeare's relative was executed. Edward Arden, cousin of Shakespeare's mother, was arrested for reportedly plotting against Queen Elizabeth I. Although there was no clear evidence that he would actually involved, he was then imprisoned in the Tower of London and executed. Ouch. The third fact is Shakespeare was not an Elizabethan playwright. Calling Shakespeare an Elizabethan playwright is actually incorrect. The majority of his plays were written after Queen Elizabeth I's death, making him a Jacobean writer. The fourth fact of Shakespeare is Shakespeare often wrote about suicides. Shakespeare seemed to be fond of one particular kind of death, suicide. In fact, suicide occurs a whopping 13 times in the list of Shakespeare's play. The fifth fact is two of Shakespeare's plays have been translated into Klingon. Klingon is the language created for the Star Trek science fiction series. You can read Hammett and Mooch Ado about nothing in the fantasy language. The sixth fact is some moons were named after Shakespeare's characters. The moons circling around the planet of Uranus and mostly named mostly named after characters from Shakespeare plays, including Oberon, Ariel, and Juliet. The seventh fact is no one's dared to go close to Shakespeare's tomb since 1747. Shakespeare had a poem sketched into his tomb in Trinity Church, Stratford upon Avon. It says anyone who moves his bone will be cursed. Consequently, his grave has gone untouched since 1747. The eighth weird fact about Shakespeare is one of Shakespeare's play is never performed by modern theatre companies. One of the Shakespeare's play has been completely lost to his history. There is evidence that he wrote a play called Cardenio which was performed in England, but no one copy of the play exists. The ninth weird fact of Shakespeare is Shakespeare never published any of his own plays. Thankfully, his friends John Hemmings and Henry Caudle did it posthumously and saved the world of theatre. The tenth and the last weird fact about Shakespeare is Shakespeare was turned to sonnets because of one plague. He only stopped writing plays and turned to sonnets because of the plague caused all theatres to be shut down. Maybe you could say that plague wasn't so bad after all. So, these were all the histories and facts about Shakespeare. If you had liked the video, then make sure you smash that like button down and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Soon I will upload another video on another topic. If you want, you can give me suggestions in the comment box. And till then, goodbye.